Good early morning, fellow Plexers. This is a quick video going out to Derek for his 1988 version of The Lion and the Witch of the Wardrobe miniseries, which is actually three different miniseries. So I asked him a question, and I missed that he had said it's the 1988 one, and it took me a second to realize how to format this. But I want to start with Plex's main support article for a TV show for naming. We drop down here, it tells us we can use either the TMDB source ID or the TVDB source ID. Now, I always prefer the TVDB source ID, and I have my global series library settings set to pull episode ordering from TVDB and not the default setting of TMDB. And that's important with this show because this is a little goofy. But as you see, I've got this show scanned in, and they're not real episodes. They're little short 15-second dummy files I have. So The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is the name of the show, but the poster is the Chronicles of Narnia. And if we look, let's see, we do have this option if we wanted to set it to that. So if we click in, we see that again, which was the first mini-series. Here's the second mini-series, and here's the third. Excuse me. So it all scans in fine. We've got metadata for every episode. It's just easy peasy. But the entries are kind of funny. So if you search TMDB for The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, you'll get this from 1967, and then you'll get the Chronicles of Narnia for 1988. And if you search over at TVDB, for The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, you get that movie, the older BBC series, and the newer one. And if you click into that, and then click into seasons, you only see the one season. And then each of the individual miniseries are listed separately. So let's do one more thing. Let's open up TVDB again. Let's search for Narnia this time. 1988, The Chronicles of Narnia. And if we click in, now we see season 1, season 2, season 3 referencing each of the individual miniseries. So this is a unified entry at TVDB where they also have each of these as a separate entry. So this keeps everything together. And TMDB, or the movie database, isn't usually like that, but they do have this Chronicles of Narnia combination that kind of works too. It just doesn't usually work that way. So anyway, that's what makes this series interesting. So here it is in a test TV show library where the Plex settings are set to pull episode ordering from TMDB. And here it is. So Chronicles of Narnia, with these episode names. FileBot helped me with this. Chronicles of Narnia Season 2. Chronicles of Narnia Season 3. And that scanned it in perfectly. I actually don't like this series poster that I changed from. I think something like this looks better. So now here's another test. Let's go back. Maybe I should have just went through the settings. Let's copy this over to this test TV show library whose episode ordering is set for TVDB and see how that scans in. So let me just copy that and paste it into here. And they're just dummy files, so it'll copy over fast. Oh, and I was doing something for somebody else. Let's get rid of this test folder. So we see 3 seasons of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, just like it was when episode ordering was set to TMDB. Only now we see the same poster for all 3 seasons. But if we click in, I bet you we have, well, we don't have complete metadata. Episode 1 through 6. Episode 1 through 6. Episode 1 through 6, and that's not how the entry is at TVDB. Let's go into it. All right, yeah, we do have proper episode names, so it's not pulling that, but I'll show you how to fix it. So if your default library is set up for TVDB and you've named this to the entry at TVDB and it still comes in with incomplete metadata, let's go up to the show level and edit the show. We'll go to advanced settings, and we'll change the library default settings, which are globally for TVDB. We'll change it back to the movie database. Let's scan the library, and then let's refresh the metadata for good measure. Let's go in. And now we see we have the episode names and we have a description. So this is the first time where I found a series where the TMDB, the movie database entry, was actually the preferable one to name from and the preferable one to have episode ordering set. But it's always a new day with Plex. It's always like a new day in school where you learn something new or something surprises you. Let's see. I guess that's the best poster. So it works, Derek. And again, name it The Chronicles of Narnia, season 1 through season 3. And you actually don't need the proper episode name. That's not used for scanning. It could be just like that for all 3 seasons. So I hope that helps. I'll get this up to YouTube and I'll get off to bed. Happy Plexing and thanks for watching.